Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Schwartz. Thanks for the interest. Cameron McLean and Christy Lindsay. Guys, I love you. Thanks for the donations, the generous contributions. It's because of you guys that this channel is going to stay up here on the platforms to get out there for others to see this beautiful research. Guys, it's just amazing, and I want to share it, and I can't see it alone. I cannot not share it. This is the sun. Yesterday was pretty, I'm not going to complain now because it's hot. Yeah, I am. It's dead hot. 44 degrees today with the Humidex Celsius. What happens when it gets really hot? Well, what you're looking at now are live, slow motion, zoomed up and clarified scenes of, through various filtering. Well, straight up shots, but of the lightning that I got last night, but I did use the filtering with night vision, and that was it. So if you see any green lightning, it's the night vision, and aside from that, this red, intense, evil, beautiful lightning. Can something be evil and beautiful at the same time? I think so. You know, yeah, it's pretty incredible to see this, and it wasn't making any noise. I could not hear any thunder. This was directly over my head. I wanted to share this with you guys. It's not that long. It's only a couple of minutes. And before we get into the sun, I was able to film the sun in this video, guys. You'll see I filmed the sun in the smog, straight up 2,000 millimeters, seeing rocks fly off and out of the insides of the sun. Our sun shoots out asteroids and objects that, massive coronal mass ejections that we hear about. And the massive one that we had last year, guys, the size of, I don't know how many planet-sized Earths came out of the sun at one given moment. And it's funny, after that, we're having the solar down, meaning the sun is now at its lowest. Not much is going on, not much activity, but there's always something whizzing by the sun, and we'll see that a bit later. How ironic is it that I'm doing sun footage right now and I'm sweating like a pig. 44 degrees, guys, with the Humidex. That's just under 50 degrees, you know, where people die. Yeah. I'm just going to show you what I observed. This is straight up without a filter, guys, because the smog is so high. How cool is that? We're looking at the sun directly with the P900. This beautiful object did leave beside the sun, and this one went by it. We'll see one more object going by the sun, and then after that, some other cool stuff, and I'll just show you guys what I got. Interacting with the sun as planes go by. They do not lift the corona off the sun, obviously. And the second time this happened again, and it was yesterday, there's a beautiful object going by, asteroid, meteor, going fast. Here's an object coming into the sun or in front of the sun, as we do see it go by in front of the sun. It's the two edges of the sun. It seems to affect the sun as this object is going by. I can't say anything about what I think, because there's so much speculation about the spy planes that were just declassified, unclassified. They're actually Boeing planes from the Boeing company. So yeah, I'm watching these Boeing planes, watching them to see how they interact near the sun, and for some reason some of them interact differently. Just sharing what I'm getting, guys. I know you'll all appreciate it. Seeing the sun with a P900 on a smoggy day without any filter. I'm staring right at it, almost 2,000 millimeters zoomed in with the P900. That's how thick the smog is here. 44 degrees, guys, Celsius. It's scary as hell. Everything's melting. Everything's burnt outside. It's a very, how can I say, it's weather that we don't usually get here in Canada often, but more and more every year we get these, a week almost of this intense heat and weather. And here, of course, I'm not going to complain, right? So thanks for stopping by, everyone, and thanks for the support, all of you. More lunar videos coming on the way, and I'm working on one right now. Our sun, the asteroid and meteor maker, always spitting out massive pieces that are coming out from inside of the sun. And I believe they do have to do with some of the meteors and asteroids that we don't know where they're from, that recently came out just last summer. They have no idea. They say that it's coming from stellar space. I tend to think that a lot closer than we think. There's a lot going on, and this sun of ours, and probably the millions of other suns in the universe, are spitting out these meteors and asteroids, these masses that come out of hard molten lava, okay? So thick they become physical planets as they burn up through, or asteroids and meteors as they burn up and get into orbit and probably affect or roam around the nearest, biggest object that has a big enough pull to pull these pieces into their orbits. There's so much to explain about this, what's going on and about space. I wish, I had a bigger mouth to explain more and a bigger brain, because there are balls of plasma entering and exiting the sun, whether they be just objects going by in outer space. That's definitely sure. What are they? Are they alive? Are they UFOs? Are they just dust? Is it from Earth that we're seeing in the camera? I'm not trying to hide it, but I'll tell you what, they have already mentioned balls of plasma. Last year, the size of the object that left, coronal mass ejection is what the proper term is. What happened is that a massive ball of plasma exited the sun. At one point I was finding a planet-like object beside the sun, and I said maybe it could be that plasma, that ball of plasma that exited the sun, that is now drifting away, that's looking like a planet that's actually transiting the sun. And this is all important to I'm trying to think it out, using common sense and with my footage, exactly what's going on. But the sun does have objects that go in and out of it all of the time. We could see them, they're beautiful, and at times they go back and forth. It's quite fascinating. This object that went into the sun, I'm sure it went into the sun, and we could see the fire thrusting at the bottom front part of the vessel underneath its belly. It's lit. We're seeing a fire there before it even enters the sun, and it came out like a bat out of hell from the back far side left side of the moon. It entered the left side, or went approximately close enough to the coronal part of the sun to have bothered it, and that's what we're seeing right here. We can see the fire at the bottom of the aircraft. It's a ginormous flame thrusting it close to the sun. Here, during the partial eclipse last year, I was able to see a spectacular event again of this massive object going by. It could be the space station, could be natural, but this is not the space station. Yes, this is a spiraling object, and that's how close I got, and this is how it all started. My goal in trying to get the asteroids, it's possible. We see it right here. Mr. Cameron Macleod and Miss Christy Lindsay. I love you guys. Thanks for the generous donations. Guys, it's because of you that this channel exists, and it's only going to get a lot better.